What's going on, YouTube? This is Gabrielle with the Gift of Gab coming to you with a Love and Hip Hop Hollywood Season 4 review. Okay, so we start with the Summer Jam 2005 tour with Soulja Boy, Omarion, and Lil Fizz talking while they playing basketball, and they're talking about their home situations and all that good stuff. Just a little scene them on through a scene for a loop, but nothing big. So let's move on to the next scene with Nikki and her mom. Um, Nikki's mom, I'm not gonna talk down on nobody. So let's just say Nikki's mom gave that Elvira type vibe. She gave the whole um dark child vibe. It was interesting, but I don't want nobody talking about my mama, so I ain't gonna talk about nobody else mama like that. She condoned pretty much all the behavior that Nikki has, and she's telling her to check Masika and all this stuff, and she's pretty much cool with pretty much all of it, and the only person who has a problem with it is the one, I'm guessing, who's in charge of the money, which is Masika's father. She's the one who does not like Miley Mouse. He wants her to be with, I guess, someone who's I think he said Greek or something, whatever their nationality is. And that's common. A lot of people are like, look, stick with your kind, stick with, black with black, white with white, and all that good stuff. And to each his own. I mean, I love black love, so I'm with that, and I can understand if, like Jews, they say, you got to marry a Jewish girl or whatever. So it's understandable that they was, that would want that, and I think that's fine without feeling like it's prejudice or racist or whatever. It's just what it is. It's just how you grow up and you stick with your kind. Understood. But in this day and age, everybody goes for whatever is sparkling and cute at the moment, so that's what it is. Gone past that situation, we get to Hazel and Berg. Okay, so Hazel and Berg have date night, which is what Hazel calls it, but in reality, it's really just her night because I think she's Wednesday. I don't think that was a weekend. It had to be like a Wednesday or a cool Tuesday. It was. She's definitely not the weekend girl. She's not a Thursday, Friday, or Saturday girl. She's not one of those in Berg's view, and I think we get it because not only there's one thing about an unattractive girl that doesn't matter in some men, and that's if you have confidence in yourself and high self-esteem. If you have that, to some men, it does not matter how bad you look sometimes, because if your confidence is showing, it's in your eyes, you fine. So for some reason, they start finding you to be fine because you have that confidence about yourself, and there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I love that about some people. Like Jocelyn, I mean, she has the highest confidence of any woman I've seen in a long time. And Jocelyn's not an ugly girl. So just to see that confidence in her, and then look at Mimi, and Mimi doesn't have that confidence, but Mimi's pretty. She just don't have that confidence. So to find someone who has low self-esteem, it's easy. That's easy prey, but it's not wife material because you don't have that confidence about yourself, regardless of how you look or how you are. You just don't have it, and that's just something that turns a lot of guys off. So it is what it is. So anyway, Berg has told, I'm gonna say Hazel, because I want to say us. He's told us numerous times that he is not interested in having a relationship with Hazel. He in the Shake Yourself, he called her a Muppet. He said, I keep telling this girl you're a Muppet. So, just know that you are just one of the chicks. You will never be my main chick. So just know that. And so he's pretty much just like, look, I'm dropping you off at your dorm room, and I just want to, are you gonna, do some on your night, or are you gonna wait till next week and deal, because I'm cool with dropping you off. It is what it is, but just know that, if I go up there, then I'm expecting something. So they go up because Berg says, it is what it is. With him, he says, like, if you ain't gonna get it to me, I'm gonna get it from somewhere else. So dropping her off was no problem for him. He would have just found somebody else. But she knows that, so she let him come up to her dorm room. And the reason I call it a dorm room, or maybe I should call it multi-purpose or studio or whatever, is because her couch is 2 inches away from her bed, and then I'm sure the toilet is like 3 feet away from the couch, but we just can't see it over to the right. So they get to taking shots of some rock, but with no shot glasses. That's the nastiest thing I've seen in a long time, and I'm not a drinker, so that doesn't like really do anything to me. But just to see that people are taking shots with their mouth on the Ciroc bottle, like I will never ever in my life go to somebody's house and drink anything that they had, any alcoholic beverage that they offer at all, because I didn't know people did that. I didn't know people just drunk out the bottle like that, and that's just nasty. That okay. So anyway, she let me see. She asked about the ASCAP Awards, and I had to look up what the ASCAP Awards were, and it's called the American Society of Composers, Authors, and Publishers. So pretty much it's for producers, music producers, I'm guessing film producers, just anybody who produces and writes and publishes and writes books and writes music, all that good stuff. Writes films, plays. That's what I'm thinking. It's really vast, so I'm just thinking that's how everybody gets invited. Um, she asked him about it, and he says like, I don't take anybody on the red carpet with me. That's just how I am. And I think in that moment she knew she was going, because I think anybody can get in. If you say I wrote an article in Jet magazine, they'll probably send you an invitation. So I'm sure that, she already knew she was going however she was going. I'm not exactly sure, like, because Masika is not yes, she is. Okay, so she must have got her invite through Masika, because Masika had a +1 invite, and so she invited Hazel, because Masika said she had a record deal. It could have been somebody else, but I think it was Masika who said she had a record deal, and she got dropped from it or something like that. But anyway, so Hazel knew she was going, so she wanted to know if Burke was going to invite her to go, or if she's going to have to go with Masika. And so Burke told her that he wasn't taking anybody, so she was like, okay, cool. It's all good. She'll just see him up there. But she didn't tell him at the moment that she would be there. She just wanted to see if he would allow her to be, his date. He said no. So they go ahead and get it in. And to my surprise, he stays. He spends the night. And the next day, he's like 2 feet away on the couch while she's sleeping in the bed, and he's like, I don't do the cuddling stuff. And then he had to do that for the camera, because even if I got us a cuddle, he could still sleep in the bed, just sleep far off, or flip and have his head at the other end of the bed. I do it all the time if I'm trying to make my husband mad or whatever, or get on his nerves. I flip around, I flip over and sleep with my head on the other end of the bed. And it's like, either you gonna flip over with me because I know you wanna like cuddle, or you gonna stay that way, and we just gonna have this night like this. And he always flips over, so it is what it is. But it's just like, you didn't have to get up and sleep on her futon or whatever that was. You could have just, smoothed over. You didn't have to cuddle with her or whatever. But I guess he didn't want to be seen waking up in her bed on TV. So she gets up and tries to have a conversation once again about how she wants to be his main chick and all this. And he tells her, baby, you having a bad morning, because I'm guessing you didn't remember what I told you all other 80 times when I said you'll never be my main chick. And I'm just coming over here for one thing. And you lucky that I spent the night. So that is that. Everybody, I believe everybody in America at this point realizes that there's no future for this relationship at all. And Young Bird keeps saying it. And it's hard to pick a side, because usually you want to pick a side of somebody and say, I'm on Hazel's side because she's a hopeless romantic and she really wants it. But at the same time, when a man is telling you straight up, I don't want you, I'm with you for the sex and that's it, it's kind of hard to be on her side when she's fighting for a man who don't want her, because it's never attractive to want a man who don't want you and is telling you to your face that he doesn't want you. He's not leading her on, no matter what anybody says. He's not leading that girl on. So it kind of sucks to have to not be able to side with nobody, because I don't care for Young Bird, but I also can't go with what Nikki's going for, because I mean not Nikki, what Hazel is going for, because he just don't want her, and it's hard for her to just let that go. So now we go back to Fizz. We go to Fizz and Amanda on a gondola boat or whatever, and he's trying to talk about if she wants to move in. Their conversation pretty much consists of him telling her, "I want you to move in." Her saying, "I don't really want to move in. I got commitment issues still." We come to find out that she cheated on him while they were off, which I don't consider that cheating, but sometimes I guess it does, depending on the relationship. Like if y'all are off and on all the time, then I guess you can consider that cheating, because you know y'all can get back together, unless y'all officially call it quits and move on and get new boyfriends and girlfriends. So I don't officially call that cheating, because he said they were off. So she just got with somebody while they were off or whatever. And usually you find those people that you get with when you're off while you're still in a relationship, and you just waiting until the relationship is over to grab that person. So maybe it is cheating. Anyway, so he seems to be over it, so ain't no point in hindering on it. And that is what it is. Amanda has commitment issues, and I can understand, because he has a baby, why she has commitment issues, especially to him. Um, and at this point, they're at a standstill, and she's not moving in at this moment. She's still having her moment of clarity. So that is what it is. So now we move on to what I believe, or who I believe to be Mona Scott's Jr. Her daughter or niece, in some kind of way. I believe this lady is related to Mona. It's the one with the raspy voice, Morgan. I think she's related to Mona, because only somebody who is like-minded like Mona could be that messy. Not to just bring the women around each other, but to bring Tiara and Masika together and then show pictures of Nikki Baby before she was Nikki Baby. And then to bring Nikki Baby around later on as your friend. That's some messy stuff right there. Because I want to just throw all this together. So, because I don't want to just say, okay, well, they met and then they met up again, because that was kind of stupid. But it was like them meeting to have a meeting about meeting up at a spy meeting. So, we'll skip that, and then I'll jump back around after I get to the next scene, which is Omarion's baby shower. And I was happy because I finally got to see J Bug for a half of a second. And then we get to the conversation of, are you ready to have kids? I don't think you're ready. I was 16. I guess you're 26. You got a man. I didn't have a man. I don't think you're ready. The fact that she had kids when she was 16, and that she had a successful child. I don't know about the other kids. I think one of them, I can't remember what the other one's name is, so I'm not even going to bring them up. She had a successful child. She didn't have help. Maybe welfare, maybe not. But she did it on her own, and she did it while styling Stevie Wonder, R. Kelly, and all these other people who had braids and cornrows back in the day. So if she was able to do it, I don't see how she could like tell another mother that she's not ready to do it with a stable background, stable job, stable man, and a home and all that stuff. And she was smart enough to wait. Now, I'm not calling anybody stupid who had a child at 16 or early age or anything like that. But the fact that she, you know, is in her 20s and having a child rather than being a teen mom shows that she has some, you know, she's smart, and she has discernment about situations like that. She's not married, so it's not like she just made the ultimate decision of greatness, but it's just that, you know, she knew what she was doing as she was younger, maybe, or she just didn't, you know, happen to get pregnant while she was having sex when she was younger, or she was just strapping it up, whatever. So it's just like, you just can't tell somebody they not ready to be a mom, especially when they 8 months pregnant, finna be a mom, and you've been a teen mom, and you had to go through all this stuff, and you did. So it kind of just sucked just to see a woman put a mother put another mother down before her child even comes out. I would have escorted her up out my party, because I'm not gonna have no negativity while I'm trying to have a baby shower for your well, not your first, my first child, your grandchild. It's not gonna be no negativity like that from the grandmother. I'm surprised she even brought a gift. But what got me was Omarion shushed April. And April shushed. Like, I don't know where they do that at, but I was blessed to have a great mother-in-law. What I wasn't blessed to have, I ain't gonna say that. What the mother of the relationship that hinders me is my mom. So when she's saying stuff, she's on my husband's side all the time, and so I'm just kind of like, say, dude, you gotta have my back in this or whatever. And he like, she always got his back. She always taking his side. It is what it is. And I'm just like, mama, okay, now chill out. And I gotta tell him, like, look, you need to have my back when it comes to my mama, because she kind of, she'll say some stuff. So, we have that, but never in my life would he shush me in front of anybody, in front of his mama, my mama. It wouldn't work like that, because one, y'all at my party. Two, y'all breaking me down. Three, I'm pregnant with your baby. And four, she out of line. You can tell her to step, or you step, or y'all step together, but y'all have to get up out of here with that nonsense. Because I know me, when I got pregnant, the 3 times I was pregnant, I was very emotional. So I don't see how April's doing, especially at 8 months. But kudos to her for doing that and going through that. Nobody should have to go through that when they're pregnant. And I think Amina Butterfly, her too. And it's one more who was pregnant on Love and Hip Hop that I can't remember. But shout out to y'all for taking that stress while y'all was pregnant and being cool with it like that. That sucks. All right. So we get to the ASCAP Awards, and Berg is there with a chick that he didn't. I guess I'm gonna call her Saturday chick, because she looked like she could do Saturdays. Hazel and Masika get out of their Uber, and they go down the red carpet, and they're taking pictures and stuff. And of course they see Youngberg with the chick, and they go and approach her, and Masika's so messy. She got to say hey. Same thing Erica Dixon did to Young Jock with Carly. And, she go over and she's like, shoot, whatever. I say hey. So she say, hey. And Youngberg is just pretty much like, look, this is Saturday chick, you Wednesday chick, so, it is what it is. And look, she ain't my girl neither, she my friend, and the girl didn't say anything. It was just like, okay, yeah, I know my role, so I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna look pretty like I'm supposed to. And so Hazel throws a drink, and I don't know what is up with the drink throwing. I saw one meme that said, who do y'all think y'all are fighting with, like throwing water? Is it the Wicked Witch of the West? I don't know why people keep throwing drinks at like almost every episode of this show. Unless y'all got Ebola or AIDS, I think those are the two that are passed by liquid. Saliva, blood, all that stuff. That's the only thing that could really like get somebody. Like if you throwing saliva at somebody and you got AIDS or Ebola, then that's when it really just hits and it hurts somebody. But just throwing champagne, throwing water, it don't do nothing but get your clothes wet and then dry up and have you smelling a little like alcohol. But other than that, that's just some weak stuff. Either throw hands or throw nothing. Or throw air and walk outside or blow off some steam, whatever. But just stop throwing drinks. That is a waste of $8. All right. So fast forward past that, we get to, let's see, I can't even understand what I wrote. All right, Soldier Boy in the playpen. So Soldier Boy is trying to make this playpen for Naya's daughter. I can't remember her name, but he's inside the playpen. Of course, he did that for TV, of course, but I mean he's trying to get it together or whatever, and that situation is just, it is what it is. I don't take Soldier Boy serious at all. I think the people who did the spoof or the parody of Love and Hip Hop Hollywood did a fantastic job. They did with all the characters, especially Ray J and Soldier, especially Ray J and Soldier Boy. But Soldier Boy was perfect. Whoever they had playing Soldier Boy was perfect. The whole plot of Soldier Boy was perfect. Like, I'd rather see that spoof 20 more times than to watch Soldier Boy inside the crib making up this fake storyline. The thing that kind of made me iffy about Soldier Boy was like the fact that he's still considered an artist, and the song he was singing at his last rehearsal was chicken, 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 get some chicken, get some chicken. And I just never really saw why, how he was still considered a artist, or because I know he said he's an actor now. I haven't seen him in anything. I hope he didn't say he was a writer. I don't know what his specialty is right now, but I'm not here for Soldier Boy at all, or his antics, or his scenes that are made up. So finally we get to Morgan's or Mona Scott Jr.'s spy party, and it has Masika, Tiara, and Morgan talking. And in the before scenes, Morgan has showed the old Nikki baby, like I said, and she looked like a girl from Jersey Shore. And I don't know what the deal is, but Masika is talking about how she thinks Nikki is out getting plastic surgery somewhere. That's why she's late. But something's going on with Nikki's lips to where she can't exactly move them. So I'm thinking maybe this top one is pumped with something, because she can't exactly move her lips and pronunciate her words as she's saying them. And I don't know. As a big lip woman, I've never really had a problem with my lips or moving them. But if there's an issue with her lips and the way I don't know if it's her lisp or what it is, but it's something going on with Nikki's lips. Not Nikki's lips. Well, Nikki's for sure, but also Masika's lips. So anyway, Nikki gets there. And I just wanted to point out that Nikki looked a lot better as a natural woman than she did. I don't know about her body, but her face looked better naturally. It looked kind of the same, but you just see the nose changing or whatever. And I looked up plastic surgery. I want to know why people call plastic surgery, because of course, when insults were thrown, what's that girl name? Masika was saying she got, Nikki got plastic in the ear and all this stuff. And really the reason that plastic surgery is called plastic surgery is because it is because you can mold and shape plastic in any kind of way, and that's the thing that's happening during plastic surgery. So that in case you didn't know, I know you didn't want to know, but I'm letting you know. They had this conversation and they're throwing jabs at each other, and Nikki saying, I'm with Melly Man. I guess you didn't know the severity of it, but I'm just letting you know that we are together. And Masika saying, look, that ain't what he told me, but if you want him, you can have him. It is what it is. But I'm just letting you know I found this, I got him a condo and everything. And Nikki accidentally thought she said condom and said, we don't even use condoms, so I'm probably having this baby. So Masika's just like, I think it's at the point, that's the point where she finally just realized, like, look, I ain't even argue with her. If you want him, you can have him. It's no point in us even arguing about it, because I'm not about to go back and forth with you about it. So there, it is what it is. But Nikki didn't want that. She wanted to, I guess, shine. So she kept going back and forth with her. They kept telling each other to shut up and respect one another. And then finally, after Masika got up and sat back down, she finally just threw a drink and told Nikki to cool that plastic off. And Nikki jumps across Morgan to get to Masika, and she doesn't quite land any punches or anything, so it was a weak fight. Another water fight. And we get to, Morgan escorting her out. And that's about it. That's all I can remember that's worth remembering, even with my notes that I took. The things that I wanted to remember was there was no Ray J that I can remember because the last time I saw him, he was with Morgan turning up on the couch, burning the couch. And I don't know if y'all heard Morgan subtweeted some stuff about how he put his hands on her in front of her son, and he's been doing it for like 10 years and all this stuff. And I don't know if anybody notices this about Ray J, but does anybody still see him as Brandy's little brother? Like, little, like little creepy brother? Like, back when 101 was out, and Moesha was kind of like just leaving the air, I still remember him as Brandy's little annoying brother, like creepy brother, the one who always trying to get with his sister friends and stuff. And it kind of like when I was in the shower earlier, I was just thinking about how he was with Whitney Houston, who was one of Brandy's, biggest idols or whatever. And he just started naming the people that Ray J has been with or has been known to be with. And like, it's kind of creepy how Ray J has been with so many women, but he's Brandy's little brother. But I mean, I guess that, escaped him finally some kind of way. But I always see him as that for some reason. I guess since 101, when I see it as he kind of took that show away because he took Kyla Pratt's character's virginity, and after that, you didn't see another season or whatever. Well, I think he went to the last season after that or whatever. But whatever. Haven't been a big fan of him since then. The sex tape didn't help, and then that is what it is. Did y'all get into that spoof for that parody of the Love and Hip Hop Atlanta episode 1? I was looking for episode 2 and I haven't found it, or episode 3, and now we're on episode 4. So I'm hoping that they put out another parody because that is so much more worth watching than this actual show. So y'all let me know what y'all thought. All right, have a good one.